adventure awaits beyond the pavement, where the road less traveled leads to unforgettable family moments. Escape the ordinary and embrace the thrill of the unknown with the MDC XL15-4E, your family's key to a world of exploration. Built for families who crave adventure, this off-road companion turns the wild into your backyard. Experience the freedom to roam with comfort, creating memories under star-filled skies and around crackling campfires. Whether climbing rugged trails or setting up camp in secluded spots, the XL15-4E is your ticket to making memories that last a lifetime. Embrace the call of the wild and make every journey an adventure. With MDC, it's not just a trip, it's a family legacy. Escape with confidence in the XL15-4E.
Hey, what's up everyone? Shane here with ROA Off-Road. Today, I'm going to be doing a tour of a new product that we're carrying here in Utah and South Carolina. This is the all-new MDCs. So let's get into this. Okay, this is not a brand new manufacturer. An MDC has been now almost 19 years in business. And behind me, we have the XL15-4E. Now it doesn't show an E here, but it is the E model. E stands for electric, but I was actually watching a YouTuber couple out in Australia who bought one of these, and they were saying the E should stand for easy, because this trailer is extremely easy to set up. Everything is very convenient, from the electric awning, the press of a button and your awning comes out, to the roof pop top. It is also electric, so by a push of a button, the whole roof will lift. Generally, these hybrid trailers, if you've ever seen one of these or dealt with it, everything is manual, and by the time you're set up, you're sweating. Everything on this trailer is super easy to set up. So I'm gonna call that E at the end of the 4, easy, because it's pretty easy to get this thing out camping and having fun. Keep in mind, this is the Mark II, which means it's version 2. Generally, the first editions are gonna have some changes or some bugs or things that need to be worked out. So you are getting the second edition. And this back area does pop out and it gives you a king size bed in this trailer. Inside there is a bunk bed as well. So you can easily sleep 4 people in this. If you want to throw a kid on the king size bed with you, a family of 5 can comfortably sleep in this trailer. Everything has some gas assisted struts. I've been in these in the past where setting up was kind of a pain. You had to balance this thing on your head while you were actually moving the doors open. Also, these tires, a lot of trailers I've seen where they don't have the gas struts, so it's almost like you're doing some CrossFit while you're out camping. And honestly, like, the whole reason why we buy a trailer is for comfort, right? If you don't have a trailer, you might as well just be sleeping in a tent, right? If you don't care about the comfort, sleep on the ground. This comes with the bed, the bathroom, but they have also really designed this thing to set up and be very easy to set up and also very comfortable while you're out traveling. Another thing that's very comfortable is the way this thing tows. I took it on the highway about a week or so ago for the first time, and I was cruising 75 miles per hour here in Utah down the interstate. Got it up to 80 for a second, and that was with no friction, no sway control or anything. Now it does have a built-in electronic brake controller, so if it does get a little squirrely, it will automatically correct that. According to MDC, it's around a $3,000 edition. We used to install those on some of our trailers. We have done a lot of those in the past, and yeah, they're gonna easily run you $2,000 and beyond. It's a proprietary system that's built for them, and that keeps you on the road and safe. Once you hit the dirt, it will automatically turn off, and you'll be going down the dirt with the incredible A-arm suspension with the gas shocks. These are massive reservoirs, and of course, you'll have the Mega Hub 12-inch hubs with true, genuine Timken bearings. The gas shocks and the control arm are built by or for MDC specifically. You also have the Battery Management Pro, and you have a 200 amp hour lithium battery. Right here we have our refrigerator compartment. One of the things that I really like about this trailer is it does have an indoor and outdoor kitchen. This is your main fridge as a family. You're gonna pull that out and push this button and the whole thing is gonna slide out. Go check out that YouTube video of that couple in Australia. I think they had a 95-liter refrigerator in this area. So it is a massive area, and you do have a 12-volt and an Anderson plug. Everything is, you know, has a nice place. You got a light, and then also you have a little space where you can plug in your awning tool in case you need to manually run it in or out. Of course, it is electric, so that's your preferred use. And then you just come with a bunch of goodies. This unit does come with an annex. As you can see, these little buttons, these are actually clips. So it has a canvas that drops down, and then there's a floor, and then it comes up with walls and it connects into the awning, and you essentially double the entire living space of this trailer. So if you want to bring your kids' friends or just be able to get out of the weather, whether it's sun or rain, it's just going to allow you to have more cover and protection while you're out camping. Very cool. It comes standard or stock with this unit. As you can see, we have a nice little light entry bar. And also we have lights up along the awning area. This is one of my favorite little touches of the trailer. This is like a cargo area where you can put some cereal, bread, food, whatever. But the cool thing about it is you can access it on the inside as well as the outside. And then you can see these drop down trays. They do have heavy duty wires that hold it up. And then you can use this as some sort of prep space, maybe even a cutting board. This is metal. And then of course a light for nighttime. Over here we have an outlet and also some 12-volt plug and a cable for television for you Americans that want to tailgate. Obviously you can do that. And this is integrated into the antenna so you can be able to get over-the-air television. Tons and tons of storage. This tray comes out and it is carpeted down here so you can have some extra cooking utensils or whatever you need. You can also access this under the bed from the inside as well. A lot of thoughtful design going into these trailers. You come over here, and that's kind of what I'm saying. This is not the first edition, right? When you're getting the second edition, when you're working with a company that's been doing this for going on 19 years, there's just a lot of attention to detail that you're gonna see in this. Right here you have the theft board, and this is a 3-burner. And also you have your sink right here with hot and cold water with a little rack for either drying stuff or just some extra storage space. Also some space to put things right there. And there is a leg that supports the kitchen, and then a bottle opener right there. Very cool. So let's head over to the front and then go inside. Coming over to the front, as you can see, these boxes have been designed with some curve on them, so they are more aerodynamic, and also it allows you to be able to turn the tow vehicle sharper. Also looks cool. It doesn't look like it's an afterthought with just a big cargo box. They've done some design into this. Obviously, this is also aluminum, so it's gonna be a rock guard while you're driving down the road. Also, tons of storage up front. Let me show you some of the storage space. Right here, you do have a mount for a jerry can if you wanted to throw in extra fuel or water. It would be really easy to remove that and just turn it into storage. Right here, you have the propane. It does come with the 20-pounders, but you can easily fit a 30-pound propane tank in here. I do want to make a quick note that this is not the full in-depth tour, but we do have some specs in a brochure. If you go down below and you click the link, it will send you over to a landing page that will give you the pricing, the brochures. Everybody's wondering, how much does it weigh? What's the water capacity? What's the solar? Generally, these are coming with around 700 watts on the roof. This one actually has close to 900 watts. This one that's in our showroom right now. So you do have some different options. So you're gonna wanna reach out to us and find out what we can get you. Also here at ROA, we can add some things to it if you want. Over here, another storage compartment, and everything has the gas assisted struts with the piano hinges. Don't want to go into crazy detail. Stay tuned for the full tour for that. But we do have the arc jockey wheel. This allows you to move the trailer around. If you ever got in a bad situation, you could tow yourself out of here. You have massive chains, and it is running the Cruisemaster DO35 hitch. This is an articulating hitch, 360 degrees, and also your brake. On the other side, there is a storage compartment that you'll be able to have some more cargo. That couple in Australia in the video below, you can go and watch their review. I think he's putting a barbecue on the other side of it. Really cool couple. They bought this trailer and they kind of give a whole review. You should go check it out for sure. Also, MDC has about 1,000 videos on their YouTube channel. And this is one of the things that I'm excited about working with MDC is a lot of times we're introducing brand new trailers to market, manufacturers that have never existed. I really appreciate that they've been around for almost 2 decades, and also that they have 1,000 videos that you can go and learn more. Obviously, if you're watching their Australian videos, the trailer's gonna be a little bit different. The specs might be a little bit different. So you're gonna wanna contact us to find out what we have here in the US, but you can at least get an idea of the company, who they are. The owner is a user, he's an avid user. He goes out camping with his customers, and that's pretty cool. And you can go and watch all that content and hear some customer reviews in Australia because they've been around for a long time. But let's head on inside. But before we do, I wanna show you this door. I love these Aussie Traveler doors. You have a polycarbonate windows, main windows door, and then you have this really cool, robust screen. This is a metal screen, so you're not gonna have your dogs busting through this. And also it is lockable, so you can be able to lock this and go for a hike or go out exploring, keep a fan on and have some airflow in here. Keeps the trailer cool or keep the animals cool as well. This is a tri-locking door, and what that means, it actually has 3 points where it latches and locks in. And this is cool. I actually took my parents' trailer out a couple years ago, big fifth wheel American trailer, and every time I was going around these corners, I was taking it up in the mountains, the door kept on popping open. I was like, what is going on? Did I not shut it? So I went out there and I shut it again, and I took a sharp corner and it's kind of bending. Trailers, like as they bend and torque, things kind of like move a little bit. And I had shut the door, but it kept on popping open. It popped open 3 times, and finally I like locked the deadbolt so it couldn't pop open. With this thing, you know, you're gonna be able to go off-road and into really rugged situations and lock that up, and it's not gonna be flying open on you. Also, we have a single step right here, and these are manual, which I really appreciate just because you don't have motors that are gonna be getting, you know, gunked up and not working. You know, in the past on some of these trailers that have the electric step, yeah, it's cool to press a button, but also it tended to be something that we warranted a lot on these trailers because as you're driving down, water splashing up there, grime and dirt, and they always ended up breaking. So, you know, just gotta use some muscle to put that in and out. So let's come on inside. Here we are inside this unit, and it is really beautiful. I love the white high gloss cabinetry. It's going to be easy to clean, but it also looks beautiful and modern. I don't want to go into crazy amount of details, but you can see these do have locking latches. You have your control center here, which tells you your water levels, tells you your power, also gives you the ability to turn on everything in here. And I like that they've put it inside somewhere so those lights aren't bothering you while you're sleeping at night. Also, this storage area is so deep, it's massive. If you go down here, you have more storage, of course, and lots of storage, lots of space. This thing has incredible amounts of space. This storage compartment right here is that inside-outside tray. So you can put those snacks that maybe the kids will want in the middle of the night or have a midnight snack and you don't want to go outside. You'll be able to just pull it inside right here and be able to get what you want. Big drawer right here underneath the Thetford stove top, as well as the sink right here. Now, this bed, coming back to this bed area, we do have a television back here. And so if you wanna, you know, come into the kitchen area and sit down and watch some TV from right here, you can, or you can turn it that way and you can watch TV at night. You do have some reading lights and also some plugs, USB and 12-volt plugs back here. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat when I came into this trailer is the canvas. A lot of people, this is like a PVC canvas. Sometimes it takes a lot more time to get seasoned, and sometimes it has more issues with water. This stuff is going to be a lot more durable. One of the things that I really like is also these material that they put on the end of these zippers, and that just allows them to not be as noisy. They kind of, in the wind, won't be jingling as much. Okay, moving back over to this kitchen area, I just want to point out something. It's kind of silly, but look at this little drawer. I feel like most caravan or camper owners, or manufacturers I should say, would just put a faux face right here because the sink's right here. Because that's not a lot of space, but what they've done is they've tried to utilize every usable space in this trailer, and instead of just putting a face on it, they gave you a drawer. Anyway, just some of my thoughts and takeaways from what I'm seeing. Down here you have a really deep storage, and then look at this. You can see they have a nice laser cutout cover that's screwed in nicely here to cover some of the components that are behind there. Little details like that. You don't always see that attention to detail in a lot of campers in the United States. Moving over to the bunk bed area, of course you have some reading lights as well as plugs for your kids' cell phones and whatever they may want. Also more right here. This bed actually can probably comfortably sleep 2 children, this bottom bunk, or 1 adult for sure. And then this can also sleep 1 adult or 1 child. This is a little bit more narrow at the top, but like I said, so you could comfortably put, you know, 3 kids in this area and the parents over there, maybe even another kid with the parents. I mean, this thing could technically sleep 6 people if you wanted to squeeze them, but ideally, comfortably, you're gonna sleep a family of 4 or 5 in here. And lots of storage space here for the kids, right? These drawers are pretty deep and all locking as well, so they lock in. And then of course you have a nice deep cupboard right here, so the kids won't have to fight. They can have their own cupboards. Maybe even mom and dad can have something in here. But let's head over to the bathroom and show you that. Okay, let's go to the bathroom. Of course you guys aren't going to be able to record me because that would be inappropriate on YouTube for me to go to the bathroom. Just kidding, not really. As you can see, this is a wet bath. It is a molded piece of fiberglass. There's not like too many pieces in here. It's pretty seamless. This sink right here is all built in to the mold. And then you do have a Thetford cassette toilet. Now, I actually love the cassette toilets. I'm a huge fan. If you're going off grid, if you're camping for extended times in the woods, in nature, you're gonna definitely want a cassette toilet, because what it allows you is to be able to stay in one place and you can pull that cassette toilet out and go dump it. You're not having to take the entire trailer to a dump station. Also, you can buy a secondary cassette toilet and have 2 and have a backup, so you can fill one up and stow it to the side and put another one in there. When I went to Mexico last, down in Baja, you know, everybody would have to line up and go to a dump station, and I would just walk into one of the toilet, they'd have pit toilets. I just go in there and dump it, and I was ready to go. And I just sit and wait for everybody to dump their stations. We were in a caravan down there. But as you can see, little mirror, which is nice. I've seen some of these trailers not have mirrors. Also a soap holder. And then this guy right here, obviously you can put it really high up and for you tall people, or you can put it right here and it does adjust up and down and be able to shower. And then you of course have a little towel holder and some storage in the bathroom area where you can throw some toilet paper. I've also noticed that they put these rubber sills right here to try to make sure the water stays out of this area, which I've not seen that before on some of these wet baths. But there you have it. Pretty cool. Well, everyone, there you have it. The MDC XL15. And the 15 is the 15-footer. The 4 is, it technically sleeps 4 is what they say. It is the electric opening roof, or I should say the easy to open roof. You just press a button and that thing just drops down just like that. It's pretty cool and is gonna make your life 10 times easier when you're out camping. MDC has definitely been innovating and leading the caravan industry in Australia for a long time. And now here they are in the US offering these things to us. So also go down in the link, get the brochure. You can get the pricing, the specs, also some of those videos to those reviews of the owners in Australia. I think that will be really fun. Go down and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you on an adventure soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.